Okay, so let's start with the unit 2, that is the CRM and digital marketing. CRM is nothing but customer or the consumer relationship management, in which we are majorly focusing onto the consumer. So let's talk about the here. Okay, so this is one of the line or the some thoughts shared by Bob Thompson, the Customer Think Corporation, in which he is telling that is successful CRM is about competing in the relationship dimension, not as an alternative to having a competitive product or reasonable price, but as a differentiator. If your competitor are doing the same thing as you are, as they generally are, product and price won't give you a long-term, sustainable competitive advantage. But if you can get an edge based on how customers feel about your company, it's a much stickier, sustainable relationship over the long haul. So this is a basic thing that is, whenever as a marketer person, you have to be focused on to the customer what they think, and for the long term, for if you want a sustainable growth, so it is very important to maintain the relationship with the customer. So what is exactly a CRM? CRM prospectives are majorly focusing onto the customers, in which in the point of the management. So the basic definition is defined as an organized approach of developing, managing, and maintain a profitable relationship with the customer. As we are considering by the IT is increasing now, the technology is improving very fastly. There is a lot of softwares are there focusing onto the customers. We can say into that, just take an example, that is how we are communicating with the customer. So there is one option that is the previously the peoples or the websites are using to communicate with the customers by the manual chat. Now you can say that is they are communicating with the customer through the AI chat. We call it is a chatbot. Do you know about the chatbot, correct? All of you heard about the chatbot? You all are using the chatbots as well whenever you are visiting the majorly, whenever you are visiting the e-commerce platforms. That is Amazon or the Myntra or the. Yes, all of you heard about the chatbot, correct? Yes? Okay, so this is one of the communication channel in which you are communicating with the customer through the AI technology. So the answers and the questions are ready by the organization itself, and they're just providing the answers as they knows there is some sort of questions they knows, and according to that they are giving the answers. There is a lot of beneficial, and the relationship management with the customers becoming very smoothly as compared to the manual chat. So, like there is some principles according that is core business strategies that integrates internal process and function and external network to create and deliver value to the target customer at a profit. It is grounded on a high quality customer data and information technology. So, majorly CRM is focusing onto the customer data. They are collecting the customer data. They are focusing onto the customer satisfaction by improving, by taking the help of the IT, by taking the help of the technology, and they're doing something into the management to focus onto the customers. So these are the ingredients of the CRM. So you can see that is what are they are majorly focusing: the customer care support, that is we already talked, the AI chart, or you can say the manual chart are there. HR management, also they are focusing on it. Lead management, who are focusing on to the lead generation. So lead generation is nothing but the whenever the peoples, or we can say like the audience who are just watching your advertiser, watching your product. So whenever they are interested in your product and the organization, we call it is a lead. Okay, it is the process, or it is the word in between the customer and the audience. Okay, so the lead who is interested in your product but still didn't buy the product. Okay, so the lead management is also very important. The marketing, whatever the things you are focusing, then sales force automation. The automation process is going on nowadays, we can say into the email marketing, you can say into the others like Facebook, the e-commerce marketing as well. So majorly they are focusing on to the automation process. Then workflow automation, the automation going into in between the organization. Then analytics, it is something analysis is going through the data, whatever the data is available, and the business reports, whatever you represent about the customers and about the product and the organization towards to the management. So these are the objectives of CRM. Okay, any question till now? Is it clear to everyone? Any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Thank you. So the objectives of CRM. So this is the first, that is improve the customer satisfaction, expand the customer base, then enhance businesses, improve workforce productivity. Okay, Neelam, what you wanted to explain me again about the CRM? Can you specify? Okay, you joined late. Please go through the recorded session, okay, which will be available in 24 hours. Okay, so I will move ahead. Okay, fine. So these are the objectives of the CRM. They are majorly focusing on to the customer satisfaction. The customer base is nothing but maybe you all knows about the segmentation. Yes, customer segmentation. Do all of you knows about the customer segmentation? We segment the customer, correct? Yes or no? Do all of you
No,
know?
ma'am, no.
Okay. Okay, we divide the customer in basis of the lot of criteria, like the demographics are there, the income are there. So according to that, we are focusing and segmenting the customer. So that we call, yes, division of the customers. So that we call the customer segmentation. So you have to expand those things as well. So take an example. Okay, there is a biggest example we say in which they are focusing on to or the expand of the customer base. Okay, do all of you knows about the Cadbury, correct? The Cadbury's product.
Yes.
Yes. So when they launch, they are majorly focusing on what? Which customers they are majorly focusing on? Tell me.
Children.
Children's, correct? So after the some time, they are focusing on what? Nowadays, what they are focusing majorly in which customer base they are focusing? They're also focusing on to the youngsters now, the old peoples as well they are focusing on, correct? So this is how you can increase and expand the customer base. You just don't have to be seated and just focusing on to the one customer segmentation. So this we call the basically you have to expand the customer base. Is it clear to everyone? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay, fine. So next it is enhance businesses. You have to focus onto the businesses as well. Yes, they are now focusing on to the entire sweet eating customers. Okay. Next, it is an improve workforce productivity as well, because you have to be focused on to the workforce as well, because whatever the team you are divided for the particular customers or through the particular product and the services, you have to be focused on to their productivity as well, what they are doing, and you can provide it much more for the workforce as well. Okay, so these are the objectives of a CRM. This is the model. We are considering the 4 models, the major model into the CRM. So the first, it is a ITIC model, value chain model, 5 forces model, and QCI model. Okay, so we will see one by one here. So the first, it is a ITIC model in which the 4 that is elaborated into the 4 criteria, that is I is for the identity, D for differentiate, I for interact, and C for the customize. Okay. So identity is nothing but, identify is nothing but you have to identify. Okay, shall I go slow? Okay, fine. So identify is nothing but you have to be focused on to or identify the customer exactly. Like take an example. Okay, again the segmentation is coming here into identify and differentiate. Okay, so you have to identify the customer. Who is your customer exactly? So yesterday only we talked about the first process we exactly do into the marketing, that is a marketing research. So whenever you go through the marketing research, is it very important that is you have to know before starting the product only or before manufacturing the product only, you have to know who is your customer exactly. So identify the customer, go according to the customer's specification only, then differentiate them, how they are differentiated from the others customer, as well how you are differentiating them as compared to the competitor. So identify them, differentiate them, interact with them regularly. You have to interact with the customer. It is not like a one way communication or one to one communication. It is like you have to interact according to, provide some SMS, then give them some emails as well. At least on anyhow, like into the social medias, there is a lot of platforms we are having now in which you can interact with the customer. So interact with them, don't give the opportunity to them, so they will forget about you everything. So you have to interact with them. Then customize is nothing but, anyone knows about the customization and personalization?
No, ma'am. Please
Okay.
explain.
So customize is nothing but, okay, so it is like, okay, fine. There is a one very, very simple and short example. You all of you eat cakes, correct, on the birthday. So whenever you ordered cakes for someone's birthday, like a friend or the wife or the husband or the family person, so that time you are majorly focused on the customized cake, correct? Yes,
Yes,
you
ma'am.
have
Yes.
some
Yes, ma'am.
photos onto the cake
Yes.
or
For
other
girlfriend.
these things. So that we call this a customization. You are providing something which is unique to the particular person. So this like provide some customization and the personalization to them. Okay, so nowadays you can see there is a lot of products we are using now into the customization format. Like you can say that is you can order something into just unique for yourselves. So don't make a company in which you are just providing the particular thing. You can also be flexible in which you can also provide some customization for themselves. Okay, it is not like regarding the product and services, but you can provide them something. Service you can provide, like take an example, you can see whenever your birthdays are there, most of the, not anniversaries, but whenever your birthdays are there, you receive some good messages from the particular companies and the particular organization in which you are very trusty customers. Okay, so that time this we called this we can also say that you can provide the customization for the particular persons. You can provide the good discounts for the persons. So these things you can do easily. Okay. Yes. Just give me a second. Okay, so these are the four thing comes into the IDIC model. Is it clear to everyone? Any questions?
Clear, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Thank you. Okay, so this is one of the better CRM value chain model in which you can say they are focusing on to the 80-20 rule. Okay, in which Gagi you are asking? Yes, previous slide. Okay, fine. Is it IDIC model? The CRM is helping, like I'm telling you about how you can focusing onto the customers. So these are the four types in which IDIC explains, that is how you can focus onto the customers. Okay, so this is how the CRM is working. CRM is nothing but what? A customer relationship management. So there is a lot of ways you can focus. Lot of ways are available. So we are focusing onto the four ways and the four models. So you can follow any model in which you can focus and give some attention to the customers, okay, or the manage the customers relations. Okay, so this is one of the IDIC model. This is first model. Second model is telling about the 80-20s rule. So 80-20s rule is very important. Can anyone explain me what is 80-20 rule?
No, ma'am.
Yes. Okay, fine. So majorly they are like 20%. Whenever there is a 20%, are provide you something onto the 80%. So that we call it is a 80-20 rule. Yes, 80% of the, yes, it is good. It comes into the finance, like 80% of the revenue coming from the 20% of the customers. So this is the same thing into the marketing. If you are considering, that is 20% of your customers provide the 80% of your profit. So you have to focus on to those 20%, because these are the repetitive customer, these are the trustworthy customers. 80% are the flexible one. Maybe they are your customer, maybe they are changing and going towards the different customers or the different product. So these are the 20% who are your customer only. You should have to focus on to those people, because they are going to make you and provide you the good number of profit. So this we call it is one of the model, that is a CRM value chain model, in which they are focusing on to the 80-20 rule. So you can see the primary stages and supporting conditions are there. Into the primary stages, these are the 5 things they are focusing, like customer portfolio analysis, customer intimacy, network development, in which you can connect the network or maintain the network with the customers, a good network with the customers. Value proposition development, focus onto the values here and manage the relationship with the customer. So these are the things into the primary stages you can focus. Supporting, like you can also consider the culture and leadership, procurement processes, human resource, that is HR management processes, IT management processes, and organization design. So these are the terms in which we focused onto the 20% of the people and the customers. Yes, these percentages not remain the same always, but you can say that is into the rules, and by considering the rules, you can consider the 80-20. It is very specified, like we can say the rule is very specified, that is 80-20. It is every, you can say it is a very common into the marketing, into the management actually, into the marketing, finance, HR, you can see it everywhere, the 80-20 rule. Okay, so the numbers are very specified numbers are. Okay, fine. Yes, his role is to target. Okay, fine. Yes, this is the slide. Anything you wanted to you need to explain me again? Or shall I move ahead? Is it clear to everyone?
Ma'am, supporting.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Any questions? Supporting conditions, anyone wanted to ask me? Okay, supporting conditions is nothing but those are the, we can say the supports. Okay, so these are whatever the things you are doing into the organization. These are the support terms you can focus on. So they will be supporting to those customer stages. Okay, so that we call it as a supporting conditions. Okay, so digital marketing related to all the electives, so that will be available onto the Swayam, that are actually available on SEM. So go through the SEM content. Okay. So the next it is a Pioneer and Frost 5-step process model. Again, here they are explaining about the 5 models, the 5-step process models. The first, it is a strategy development process in which they are focusing onto the business strategy as well as the customer strategy. They are also focusing onto the value creation process. You can value the customer receives, value organization receives, then multi-channel integration process. They are focusing onto the both physical as well as the virtual. How you are connecting with them, that physically Salesforce are their outlets, you can connect with the direct marketing, face-to-face marketing. Virtual, you can go with the call centers as well the electronic and mobile commerce and the social medias. Performance assessment process, shareholder results are there, performance monitoring are there. The data repository in which IT system analysis, front office application and back office application. So this is the 5-step process models are there. Just go through this. If any question, you can ask me.
Ma'am, don't understand the 5
Okay,
previous.
just give me a second.
Explain, ma'am, 5.
Okay. Okay, go through this once again. Just give me a second and go through this information. Just tell me if any question is there. Okay. So these are the 5 steps. Again, I'm telling you in which they are focusing onto the strategy. Strategy of what? The business strategy as well as the customer strategy. Business strategy in which they are focusing onto the visions, the industry and competitive characteristics. Then customer strategy, they are focusing onto the customer choice and segmentation. The value creation process, they are focusing on to the customer values, that is what they exactly value. Then value organization, what the organization is actually valuing to what the things. The multi-channel integration, value is nothing but see, take an example of any organization, the XYZ organization, which is providing their product is related to the technology like a smartphone and the laptops. What exactly value the customer values? They are focusing majorly onto the quality. Of course, they are majorly focusing onto the things like price criteria as well. So it depends on each and every sector what the customer is exactly values to the particular product. You can say if you are just like purchasing the smartphone from the Samsung only, that means there is some connection between you and the Samsung. You're focusing, you're valuing to the particular Samsung products. So that's you have to know that what exactly customer are valuing towards the product. Okay. The same thing like an organization, people's what or the organization is what they are exactly providing to the customer. They are providing the quality, they are providing the lot of varieties, the quantity, they are providing the
Satisfaction.
Yes, satisfaction. So these are the things you have to be focused, like what the customers expecting from the organization and what organization is giving to the customers. So these are the things comes into the value creation process. Then multi-channel integration process in which you are communicating with the customers. Okay, so there is a two-way to communication, the physical way and the virtual way. Then next is in performance assessment process. After the all the things, you have to monitor the things as well, correct? So how you can monitor with the satisfaction, some standards are there, results whatever you are getting, the KPS, key performance indicator, what you are providing to them. So according to that, and of course by considering the shareholder results like what the customer value, employee value, shareholder value, what the cost reduction you do, according to that you are measuring something or analyzing something things. So that comes into the performance assessment process. And the last it is they are just focusing on providing some support, that is a data repository, that is IT systems are working, analytical tools are there, front office applications are there and the back office applications are there. So these all are the 5-step process model. Is it clear now? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine.
How are they interconnected?
Sorry,
How are they interconnected?
how they are interconnected. Okay, so basically they are interconnecting with the you can follow, like take an example. Okay, so if any organization are there, they are focusing on a lot of things, so they are just telling that is you, if you are focusing on to these 5 processes and the 5 steps or the 5 things, or so maybe this will be a good for the maintaining the CRM, the customer relationship management. So they are just telling that is, of course, they are interconnecting, because see, you can say whenever you are talking about the customers, you are also focusing on to the strategies as well, or what are the things you are communicating with the customers. You are focusing on to the values or not about the customers, how you are calculating those values, is it true or not. So these are the things is interconnecting with each other. Okay, so these are the use of CRM tools in which you can say that these are the advantages. So firstly, it is increase the efficiency of the organization. Integrated social media solutions, you can provide the good way communication by considering the social medias, monitoring the employees' performance as well, automated repetitive tasks, what you are doing, then optimize the marketing strategy, and you can also calculate the customer satisfaction. So this will help you by considering the CRM tools. Okay, so here we completed the unit. Any questions into the CRM? Any questions into the CRM?
Use
Ma'am,
them
you said
CRM
that,
tools.
Explain.
yeah.
Ma'am,
Sorry?
few examples of CRM tools and
Okay.
Few
how
example,
we
please.
use it.
Okay, okay.
But we
Kindly
are here again.
mute
This one
yourself.
there, you have to make it 50-50. Not 2 As you are sending it home all the time, are you not tired?
If you are having a question, that time only unmute yourself. Okay. So is it visible about the CRM tool? Okay, so this is there are some tools. Okay, okay, I'm not going into it, but there are some tools into the digital marketing in which they are focusing on to that we called it is some tools, the free or the paid one, in which you are focusing on to there is a lot of things. So firstly, you can say the monitor employee performance. You can monitor the employee performance through those. Okay, kindly don't unmute yourself, please. It will be a disturbance while the recording the session. Okay, so firstly, you have to the things in which you can focus, that is monitor the employees' performance. Then next, it is integrated social media solutions, like whatever the problems you are having with the social medias. Like see, the social medias in which we are just posting the advertisement, but you don't have to just post the advertisement. You have to do the analytics after the posting as well. Like, is it working? Are you getting something ROI, return on investment, through those advertisements? So these things comes into making the analytical tools, using the tools for the controlling and the managing the social media accounts. This also increase the efficiency of the both organizations as well as the customers. The automated repetitive tasks, whatever the repetitive tasks, okay, automation is majorly doing onto the emails marketing. Like take an example, whenever you are visiting onto any platform like an Amazon, okay, so take an example, if I'm visiting to the Amazon and I just open the Amazon, you are receiving an email from the Amazon. This is the first time if I'm opening, you're receiving an email from the Amazon, like welcome to the Amazon, okay. So that we called it is an automation process is going on. So this is for the repetitive task you are doing. So you can process or you can use some free tools for the automation as well. Optimize the marketing strategy. You have to follow and optimize those marketing strategy, whatever you are doing. And according to that, this is all the things in which you can focus on to the customer satisfaction. So this we call it is a CRM tools. Tools are nothing but those tools who are focusing on to the lot of things. So these are the things, the 6 things in which you can focus. CRM tools are majorly focusing. Okay, is it clear? Is it clear?
Ma'am, the question was give examples of CRM tools.
As
Okay,
in,
so there is
what are
tools. Okay, HubSpot is there. Hootsuite is there. So these are the tools. Buffer is there.
can you write it in the chat box so we can
Okay, so
copy it?
I will write it here.
And are these this presentation available on SWAYAM?
Yes, the presentation is available on sir.
Ma'am, so then we can take it from there only, because you're only reading it. You're not explaining anything.
Okay,
It
what
would be
you
better
wanted
if
to
you explain
explain
it,
me?
because just reading it, we can do it ourselves.
Yes, that's why you can read it yourself. So that's why the SWAYAM content is there. If any question, this is a doubt
Explain,
clearing
ma'am.
sessions. If you are having any questions, you have to ask me into the chat box, or you can directly communicate with me. So that according to that, I will explain you what exactly you wanted me to explain. Okay. So these are the PPTs, all the content with the ebooks and the related, all the ebooks and the SWAYAM content, which is online content, is already available onto the SWAYAM. So go through the content. It is important to go through all the content, the PPTs and all the things. This is a just and doubt clearing sessions. If you are
Ma'am, this
having
is the expert
doubt,
session.
yes, but this is expert session has come way the doubt clearing, like whatever the doubts you are having, you have to ask me, and according to your doubt, I will explain you. That is what exactly, whatever the doubt you are having. Okay, so these are the tools, the free tools we are having. That is a HubSpot. Okay, just wait a second. HubSpot is there. Hootsuite is there. Buffer. Okay, so these are the tools in which we are majorly going to the checking this all the things. Okay, so just give me a second. I will also show you if it is unavailable. Just give me a second.
Ma'am, which unit is this?
Okay,
Ma'am, which unit is this?
sorry,
Which unit is this?
second unit. Okay,
Okay.
just give me a second. I will explain you the one of the tool, that is HubSpot. So how it is working. Just give me a second.
Ma'am, can you please upload the digital marketing ebook so that we can easily access them when we want to start the content?
Ebook is available onto the SWAYAM.
It's not available for most students, even me myself. I can't see it. I can't
Okay,
see my
okay, fine. So I will talk about you can talk with the mentor as well about if you're not able to see anything.
Ma'am, since a month
No,
now,
no,
I've
no,
been
ma'am.
trying to
I checked
address
right
with
now. It's
many.
not there available in the Swayam portal.
None of the
We
are
need
available
everything.
on the Swayam, ma'am. We are not able to access
Yeah,
any.
we cannot see
Lecture
anything on
also not under.
Swayam.
No,
Which
none of
means
the
it's not
lectures are there.
uploaded.
None of the ebooks are there. There are no study materials available on the Swayam, and we are not able to contact with the mentor also.
Okay,
Correct.
fine. So I will talk with them. Okay, don't worry. I will talk
And
with
please talk today
Lecture
itself
is
because it's very late for us.
Okay,
As you
okay,
are
fine.
telling
Yeah,
that
because we want to study
assignments will
and we
be
don't have
also.
those materials. We have other
no
materials
time.
that are available on
Yeah,
Swayam, but
yeah.
digital marketing is not available.
Okay,
And then
We
okay,
are
we are
fine.
saying
afraid.
we are going to upload those recorded lectures which are not available. So I don't know how we are going to start to prepare ourselves for the exam.
Getting nightmare, ma'am.
Okay, fine. I will talk with the mentor.
And
Okay.
it is very difficult for us, like everything is coming on mail, and actually, it is difficult for us to see each and every time the mail. So please, can you just again say or request to to the principal or anyone that connect all the digital specialization student on one group like that. So
Okay,
it will become for us easily to understand and to talk.
okay,
Yeah,
okay, okay.
yeah. And
Okay,
also, ma'am, the
so okay, fine.
communication
I
process.
will talk with this. Okay, don't worry. I will talk with about this. Okay. So
Please,
these
you
are
should
one
add,
of
ma'am, you
the
should also add the communication process because it's very difficult to reach some teachers. When we need some help, they barely respond to us, whether it's by email or WhatsApp. It's very difficult to reach out.
Ma'am, this
okay,
is a
fine.
completely new subject for us, ma'am. We are totally unaware about it. So is the other subjects of HAHM, at least we have little bit of idea. This is completely a new topic for all of us. That's the reason we have selected it as an elective subject. So we need
Yes,
to
not
know it,
only new subject, but everything is new and no help is there from the university itself.
and we need to know it in detail. Then only it is useful for us. Then otherwise, what is the use of doing
Please
the
explain in details every lectures. We need deep knowledge of subjects.
Okay, fine. So these are one of the tool we are having, that is a HubSpot. I will again telling you there is a 3 tools we are majorly using, the free tools with the CRM, the customer relationship management. So in which the HubSpot is there, Hootsuite you can use, the buffer is there. I already message you into the chat box about the 3 tools. So there is a one tool that is a HubSpot. So if you go and visit it onto HubSpot, you can just log in by your email ID or anything. So you will get this information. Okay, so in which you just have to write some names, the contact numbers of the owners, as well as who are actually handling the accounts. So you can make and the things like whatever the like conversations, whatever the happenings with the customers, you can manage this conversation as well. You can focus onto the marketing like ads and the emails going on. You can use onto the sales, then services. Into the sales you can also focus onto the meetings, whatever happening with the team members and all the things. The documentation you can provide into the one tool only, in which you can focus the task, whatever the task you are providing for the particular team or the particular organization. Into the services, like whatever the tickets you are arises, like a discounts and anything, and the automation process. In these are also you can focus on to the one tool only. So this is the tools, is how exactly is it looking like. Okay, in which you can focus onto the lot of things. You can focus onto the customers as well. You can focus onto the employees as well. You can focus on to how the conversation is going on. So this is the one tool who is handling the all the organization as well as the customers. Is it clear? This is how the one tool is exactly working. I'm just telling you like into the practicals, like how the exactly tool is working. Okay, is it clear? This is most of the tools. Again, I'm telling this is most of the tools are somewhere the free, but after that they are the paid versions are available for these tools. So that's why I'm not explaining, or I'm not maybe the one each and every point is it there is a lot of depth into this. So just go through the one of the tool like a HubSpot, Hootsuite or Buffer, and you can easily you can understand exactly what the things is coming into the particular tool. Okay, so this is the CRM tool. Okay, so any question into the second unit? Any questions? Any question into the second unit? Shall I move ahead? Tell me. Any questions into the second unit?
Ma'am, can you also give us some examples for the customer automation tool that you spoke about that we can use
Okay,
on
so
social media for auto chats and something like that?
okay,
This
so
is
okay, just for today, take as an homework. Go through these three tools. Okay, HubSpot, Hootsuite, and Buffer. In between the handling the tools, if you are having any question, you can connect with me tomorrow's session. Okay, so just go through these three tools. Okay, just take as an homework. Go through this tool. The first, at least go through these three tools, or at least one tool. Okay, and just if you are having any problem in between the handling the tool, or if you didn't understand any certain point, you can reach me out tomorrow session. Okay, so in a short I will explain you the about the third unit. Okay, so just tell me, is there any question? This is an elective, so as okay, what is my email id? Okay, so I'm typing it here again, that is, this is my email id. Okay, if you are having any question, you can ask me into the email ID. Which tool is the best one? Okay, so we will just go through the third unit and okay, so we all knows about what the e-commerce is exactly, correct? So basically, whenever we are using the commerce, like the buying and selling process is going on here into the e-commerce, that is this all the process going whenever the electronic media or the data and the internet, whenever we are using to do the buying and selling process, so that comes into the electronic commerce, that we call it is e-commerce. So in which we are going to the are doing the best selling and buying process, as well as the
Amazon,
transaction
ma'am.
and funds. Yes, tell me. Okay, so these are the types of the e-commerce. We will see one by one here. So first, it is a business to business. Okay, so the just an example I'm providing. Okay, so take an example. We all are purchasing the shoes from the online, correct? So take an example of the Nike shoes. Okay, so if I'm purchasing the take an example of the Adidas. If I'm purchasing the Adidas shoes from the particular Adidas website, so that will goes into the business to the customer, like a B2C model. If I'm purchasing the Adidas shoes from the Amazon website, so that will goes into the business to business, that is B2B e-commerce. Is it clear, everyone? What is a B2B and B2C?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So next it is a C2C. Whenever the middle person are there who is handling both the C party and C party, that is consumer to consumer, so that will goes into the C2C. There is a lot of example. eBay is one of the, and OLX is one of the best example you can consider, in which you can consider the C2C market. The Ola is also there. Like take an example, you are communicating with the one person to the one person, so that is also going into the Ola as well. Okay, so this is a C2C model. Then consumer to business, C2B. Okay, so these are the, like take an example. If any consumer wanted to provide something goods and the product or the services to the particular company, so that will goes into the C2B model. Most of the happens like consumer is providing some services to the particular company. They are not doing the business or anything. These are some individual person who is providing some good
Some
or
example.
services to the particular company, so that will goes into the consumer to business. So there is a lot of business, like take an example, you can also do, okay, as a person. Okay, if I am as an advertiser, so if I'm or providing something services to the particular 2-3 organization, so that will be goes into the consumer to business. I'm not handling or I'm not doing any business, but I'm just providing a good service to the particular companies. Okay, so that goes into the C2B model. Business to business model is majorly, there is a lot of B2B model we are having now. Okay, so that will goes into the Amazon is there, Myntra are doing the B2B models. So they are communicating the business to business, and again they are providing to the customer. So that will goes into the B2B model. Okay. So business to the government, like whatever the contracts, whatever the tenders are there, who's they are providing to the businesses are providing to the government. So that will go to the business to the government. There is a lot of contracts, and so you can say the tenders are providing to the particular businesses. So that will goes into the B2G. Okay, so this is very easy. That is a lot of e-commerce model, but it is very easy to understand. Consumer to government, like what are the taxes you are paying, taxes including the education fees as well, considering some little bit taxes are there, the health taxes you are providing, the social securities you are providing. So that will all goes into the consumer to government. Okay, so there is a lot of wide scope we are having for the e-commerce platform. That is a more platforms you can having for the e-commerce offers. You can provide a good offers to the customers. Customer experience, vast audience base, brand exposure are there, fast shipping you can do, B2C and B2B offering, less employees. So these are why the most of the organizations are using e-commerce. Okay, any questions into the theoretical part?
Yes, ma'am. Could you please repeat once very quickly from B to B, because I am a little confused after all
Okay, so
the.
B2B, you wanted to explain me. Okay, fine. So this is like they are doing the business into the B2B. Like take an example of the Amazon. Again, I'm telling same example. If I'm purchasing the Adidas shoes from the Amazon website, so that will goes into the B2B. Like the Adidas is doing some business with the Amazon, and Amazon is providing the product to me. So that will goes into the B2B market. They are doing the business with the Adidas and Amazon. But if I'm purchasing directly from the Adidas website, so that will goes into the B2C market. Is it clear now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, any questions?
And ma'am, the next one was C to C, and then there was C to G. And then there was one more. What was that?
Ma'am, please explain C2G custom. C2G, please.
These are the types of model. Just tell me which you wanted to explain. Consumer to government.
So ma'am, what's the difference
Yes,
between
consumer to government, please.
government and business to government?
An example.
Fine. So consumer to government is nothing but whatever the taxes you are paying to the government. Okay. So the taxes in the form of educational taxes are there, health taxes are there. So these are just individual persons. You are providing something to the government. So that is goes to the consumer to government. This is talking about the side. Okay. E-commerce platforms. So there is a lot of platforms. No, by considering the e-commerce, like you can say there is a you are having the government platforms, so in which you are paying something to the government. So that is goes into the C2G, in which you are paying some taxes to the government as an individual person. Is it clear now? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
C2C and C2G. Once
Sorry?
more, C2C and consumer to consumer
Okay,
and consumer to business.
Tell me first, B2B, is it clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Business to business is clear. Okay, B2C is clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, business to government is clear.
Yes, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes,
so
ma'am.
into the business to government, okay, fine. Into the business to government, any like a tender or anything which is offering to the particular businesses. Do you know about the tenders and contracts, correct? There is a lot of tenders.
Yes, ma'am.
Government is offering to the businesses, correct? Like the road tenders are there, the flyer tenders are there. So these are the government is offering something to the businesses. So that is goes into the business is doing something to the government, correct? So that is goes into the B2G. Is it clear to everyone now? The
Yes.
tenders and contracts come into the business to government. Okay. Consumer to consumer is clear.
No, ma'am.
Please explain, ma'am. Okay, consumer to consumer, like take an example. Okay, there is a Shraddha. Okay, if Shraddha and me, I wanted to communicate with each other. So there is a one third party platform who gonna help you with the two. Like my need, I communicate with the Shraddha's need. So that is goes into the consumer to consumer. So there is a good platforms like OLX is the best example. What we do into the OLX, I'm selling something. If Shraddha is purchasing something, so there is how I communicate with the Shraddha. So that is goes into the consumer to consumer. So the OLX is there, the Ola is there, Uber is there. So in which individual person is communicating with the other individual person. They are just doing our needs and wants, and if the third party is gonna help you with the two peoples here. So that comes into the consumer to consumer. Is it clear now?
Yes, ma'am. Consumer to
And
business.
can we consider Swiggy and Zomato as well under this?
Swiggy and Zomato, that comes into the business to business, because see, particular business like in hotels are communicating with the Zomato, correct? And Zomato is providing something to me, correct?
Yes,
It
ma'am.
is others, they are doing the businesses here.
Huh?
Okay, just don't talk.
Sign. What is?
Any questions?
I'm consumer to business.
I'm not
না ভাই ये
understanding what
পিডিএ
you
কে
are
ভেরিফাই
saying.
করে তো 10টা মাল টু বি কনজিউমার টু বিজনেস
Can you please summarize, ma'am, everything?
Okay, fine. So B2B is nothing but whenever you are doing to the business to business communicating, like you are purchasing. Okay, I'm just giving you some examples here. Business to business, when I'm purchasing the online shoes, Adidas shoes from the Amazon, so that goes into the B2B. If I'm purchasing the Adidas shoes from the Adidas company itself, that is goes into the B2C. If the any XYZ organization is getting a contract or the tender from the government, so that is goes into the B2G. Consumer to consumer, like if I am wanted or I'm selling something onto the third party, like there is a lot, like you can say no brokers are there, you can consider the OLX are there, Ola is there, Uber is there. One person, individual person is communicating with the other individual person, but the third party is going to help you with this. So that goes into the consumer to consumer. Consumer to business, in which I'm not doing any business as a person, but I'm providing some service or the goods to the particular business. So that is goes into the consumer to business. The best example I will tell you here. As I take an example, I'm a professor. Okay, so I'm educating something. If I have this knowledge of the education, I also communicate or do a work with the 2 to 3 organizations. So as an individual person, I'm providing a service to 2 to 3 businesses. So that goes into the consumer to business. Consumer to government is nothing but whatever the taxes, the health, educational, and the things you're providing to the government. So that goes into the consumer to government. Is it clear now? Is it clear?
Ma'am, another example of consumer to business.
Consumer to business. Okay, so there is a lot actually. You can see there is some persons who is providing some services to the businesses as well, like there is a they are this is one of the best example I can tell, that is some person who is providing something goods. Okay, he's not doing any business, but he's making some yes, is a freelancer job. Thank you, Mandeep. So this is a freelancer job, that is anyone is doing any are communicating with the 2 to 3 organization, and they are not having a business, but they are just providing goods and services to the business. It is a freelance job. Okay, any questions with the e-commerce types? Any questions?
Ma'am, what's the main difference between consumer and customer?
Consumer and customer. Okay, anyone knows the answer? What is the difference between the consumer and customer? Anyone knows the answer? You only tell me. What is the difference between the consumer and customer?
Customer
Like
take
I
the
can
customer
just say
take the product,
consumer,
consumer consume the product.
Very
right?
good.
Consumer
This is a
consume
good
the
example.
product according to his need.
Correct.
Huh.
So consumer who is consume the product or use the product, and customer who is the buy the product. Are they the same person or they may be different person?
Maybe different. Consumer is the same person and customer may be different.
Okay, so consumer is the same person.
Yes, ma'am.
And customers may be the default one. Okay, so the consumer and customers may be the different one. And these are the difference we are having with the consumer and the customer. Yes, any questions anyone is having?
So ultimately, ma'am, what is actually like digital marketing? Like, can you just elaborate in a short thing, like all 7 subjects, whichever we are having?
Okay, you wanted me to elaborate the all 7 units. Okay, can I explain you it tomorrow because we are having the 1 hour session. So the 3 units we already done with. Okay, so
Yes, ma'am.
okay, remaining the 7 units I will again go through tomorrow's session. So firstly I will go through this unit. So you will get to understand what we gonna learn into the 7 and 10
Okay,
units.
ma'am. Yeah.
Yeah.
Only, ma'am, it is my request to you that please, we all are digital marketing students and we are not having anything on Swayam app. So please, you talk today itself by the management so that
Sure,
at
sure.
least in
Don't
2, 3
worry.
days it will come to us like that.
Okay, okay, fine. Don't worry. I will talk with the mentor as well as the technical persons.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, fine.
Thank
Okay,
you,
thank you,
ma'am.
Hemendra. Good information you provided here.
Hello.
Yes, tell me.
Ma'am, please extend the lecture.
Okay. Okay, I will talk about this as well. Okay, any questions? This is the feedback link which I already provided. Just fill up the feedback. So we will.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, tell
Gargi
me.
this side.
Yeah, Gargi.
Ma'am, just a suggestion over here. Like, this digital marketing subject is itself a vast subject, right? And ma'am,
Correct.
we belong from like different backgrounds and different like streams and so. So it will be great if you can extend the lecture or if you can explain the things in detail from the corporate background or at least or from a common background that everybody can understand well. Because on paper teach, we all can go through it. The content that
Yeah,
is very much
that's
available on Swam that we can also go through it. But ma'am,
yes.
here the touch points comes in is that what you can add and give value to us.
Yes,
That's why we need to attend the
that's what
session.
exactly I also wanted, Gagi. So
Yes,
that
ma'am.
is for all of you actually. Just go through all the content, okay? So tomorrow we're gonna see about the 4th and 5th unit. So go through all 2 units and the previous units as well. And if you're having any questions, just ready with your doubts. And whenever I'm also not referring to go with all
Ma'am,
the
but from where we should,
swim
where
content.
from go
Hello,
through?
ma'am. Yes.
We are telling that we don't have material to go through. From where we should go through and ask
Yes,
questions.
ma'am.
About that,
Actually, ma'am.
Unfortunately, we don't have
I
materials to
already
study
told you
from.
We
I will
don't
talk.
have anything, ma'am. We have
Okay.
you.
Yeah.
Okay,
From
I'm
which
understanding.
to go through the material, but we
Okay,
don't
just give
have
me a
material only.
second to explain myself, please.
We need
Yeah, I will talk about this with the mentors as well as the technical persons. So don't worry about it. Okay, the all the materials will be available.
Hello.
Yes.
For the students who have specialization in digital marketing, for them teach in detail that how to do marketing, YouTube marketing. So can we have
Okay,
recordings?
Vidya, are you there?
Recordings.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, who is asking the question? Please, sorry, Vidya. Who is asking the question?
Madam.
Sorry.
Shraddha.
Shraddha. Okay, Shraddha. About the social media platform, can we talk into the social media marketing? Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am. But please show us that how you to do that marketing means how like website designing also means some topics are there.
Actually, ma'am, we want
Okay,
something in
Shraddha, we are having
practical,
the
like
units
how
on
to
the
start.
website designing as well as the social media marketing. So don't worry,
Yeah.
we will talk about the particular things into the particular units. Okay.
Ma'am,
So
do you have your self notes also prepared for these so that you can share or circulate it?
okay, so whatever the ebooks and the other materials I'm having, I will share with this. Share the all the information with you. Okay.
Okay.
Ma'am, actually, mentors are not in direct contact with us, so we don't get direct access to them. So it's better if you can directly share on our WhatsApp group or through mail
Hello,
IDs.
madam.
Share on WhatsApp group, ma'am.
Okay, fine. We will
Ma'am,
discuss.
even you add us on the same
Your
WhatsApp
personal.
group. Yeah. So that
Okay.
it will be easy for us to talk and communicate with you.
Yes.
Yes.
And
Shall
we will make
we
sure that
stop?
we will not
We
disturb
already,
you each
okay,
and
fine.
every
Shall we
time.
stop here? We will stop here. Okay, we will discuss all the things into tomorrow's session. We will
Yes,
stop.
ma'am.
Yes,
Please,
ma'am. Thank you.
please make the
Thank you.
WhatsApp group, ma'am.
Thank
Personal
you.
one.
Have a
Thank you
good
so
day,
much, ma'am.
everyone. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Hello, madam.